Hey guys, what is up? Throne here. I just wanted to drop a little tactical intervention gameplay on you guys, kind of let you see, how it is, give you my impressions of the game personally. Just to preface, I just got the game Saturday tonight at on the 18th, and so I kind of missed out on a lot. I'm a little bit low rank. I I was on vacation, so I just kind of missed out on that. For just to keep the video short, I cut out the beginnings and end of the round. I just left this first beginning in because I just wanted you guys to kind of see the way the menus are and how you kind of start off. I did like how there's a plan and you can kind of plan your route. The plan that the game sets up for you is kind of silly. I mean, if it's the same every time, basically, the terrorists are gonna know where to come. That was pretty cool though, how I just got the guy with a headshot. As you can see, he took the hostage, hostage, I guess you could say, put him as made him a body shield. And so you got to kind of hit him in the head, which I did there, unfortunately. Um, and just a little bit later on in the clip, there's a little bit of chatter from Mumble. One of my buddies was on, and I had forgotten to close Mumble while I was recording. But I just want to talk about the HUD a little bit, let you guys see kind of what's going on. So up in the top right, you can see the kill feed, basic typical stuff. See, here's the end of the round screen. On the left, that little green bar, that's your health. As it gets lower, it turns red, and your teammates can actually heal you. Not all the way to full. I'm not exactly sure what the percentage is on that, but you just gotta walk up to him and press T or whatever the button is. That was kind of cool. The guy threw his shield at me. I don't know. I guess he probably should have held on to it, but ended up dying because he got rid of it. But let's see. So over on the right, that's the red with the needle is how much you can heal people, and over to the far right, that bar is your ammo. So as you can see here, I'm out of ammo, and you have to go pick up dead person's ammo. So now you only get the 2 magazines at the beginning, and then you get 4 if you pick up the ammo off a dead body. So if you get a quick pick, and you're in a pretty safe location, pick up that dead guy's ammo, because those 2 magazines run out pretty fast, especially if you're pretty decent like I seem to be. I know it's a beta, but I got the hang of the game pretty quickly, and it's probably because I kind of figured out how the recoil is early on. Now, if any of you guys are Battlefield 3 fans, you'll know that they kind of somewhat recently, after the game was released, they implemented the like random bloom for the aim, which is kind of silly. I don't really like it, but it does stop people from just spraying the guns. But as you'll see a little bit later, I'll show, or I'll kind of point it out. But now spraying, it's kind of like a mix of Counter-Strike and then like a Call of Duty, I guess. With the iron sights, the way you have to kind of pull down to keep your aim on what you want. So I think this is a good example right here. No, never mind. But anyway, when you're spraying, just kind of pull down on your mouse and you'll get a more accurate shot. But if you try and fire in short bursts, your muzzle will have this kick after the end of your burst. I think this is a good example right here. You see, like, it's kind of harder to aim, but at the end there, I just sprayed at him and just held my mouse down. I was able to, control that burst a lot better. Now you can see the dogs. You'll see the dogs a little bit better later on. They're actually kind of, they seem glitchy when they attack you. They kind of jump through you, and they take a lot of bullets to kill. I don't know if their hitboxes are off or what, but they do take a lot of ammo. The little AFK guy right there. Now I just want to talk about the radar really quick. Now as you can see, there's a circle around your crosshairs, and the red is obviously enemies, and they only show up if they're moving, it seems like. Now, I don't like that you can see enemies. I'd rather rely on sound, like in Counter-Strike. And especially because campers, they don't show up, so it's not like it's stopping camping, like in that Blacklight game, or Blackout or whatever it's called. You kind of put your visor down, you can see where people are. It's not like that. It's only movement, and the dots get closer as the dots get larger, as your enemies get closer. So as you can see here, the dots are pretty large just because the enemy's right there. Also, when you get hit, that radar shows you where you're getting hit from. and it also will, if you're getting shot, you know, multiple times, it'll turn into more of a compass. Now, as you can see my crosshair right now, on the sides of my crosshair, I've got the lines, you know, the vertical lines on both sides, and that tells you when you're close to a teammate. Now, supposedly, when you're close to teammates, you get better accuracy, so I guess it promotes, so you can see the compass type thing right there. You can, going back to the accuracy though, you get better accuracy when you're around your teammates. Now the proximity isn't very large, so it's kind of weird, you know. I guess it's supposed to promote team play, which, you know, I guess is good. But, you know, as I'm in a pub, it's not like it's really gonna help. But another thing too, I come behind these guys and I'm just back raging. I think I get like 4 of them. I mean, I check my back, make sure I don't get snuck up on. But basically, you know, people don't know the maps real well yet, so I was able to just completely flank these guys. Another thing, you know, you get 50 points for kills and 60 points for rescuing or capturing hostages. So that kind of promotes people to play objectives. You know, you get the experience points for it, so that kind of helps out. Alright, so moving along, basically I just have some mall footage for you guys. I've played 2 other maps. I've played the highway driving map and the high rise. I do have a little bit of footage of high rise. I was going to throw it in here, but it was way too long. I figured 14 or 15 minutes was enough. Hopefully, you know, you guys can sit through 15 minutes of this. But the driving for the highway map it's really weird. It's kind of glitchy. I'm not sure. I know it's a beta, so hopefully they tighten the controls, because driving is a pain in the ass whenever you know, the controls aren't super responsive, and when they are, they make really sharp turns, and it's kind of inconvenient. One cool thing though was I was hanging out the side of the car shooting at the enemy car, and our driver ran into a cliff or something on my side of the car and killed me, so basically got squished. So I thought that was a nice little addition, you know, that they would make something kind of little like that. The high-rise level is, I'll put some gameplay on that one, but basically, just so you guys know, it's more vertical and it changes a lot, because like on this map, you know, the objective locations change, and there's, you know, kind of boundaries and stuff, but it's a flat map, it's horizontal. There are the escalators, but you can't go up there, so it's not, you know, there's not super vertical aspect to it. But the high-rise map is mostly about vertical area, and there's a lot of changing of where the objectives are, so you get, it's a little bit fresh in the sense that it kind of changes around. It also has the rappelling, which is kind of it's weird and it's clunky, and I don't use it, because I find that I can get better picks on the stairs and stuff, and as you know, as a terrorist, I enjoy when the counter-terrorists try and hopefully when people get better at it, they can, you know, use it more effectively. But right now it's just not even worth trying to use, because it takes a little bit of time to set up, and as you're moving, you know, the enemy can see you on the radar, so they can just kind of set up for you. So it's not like you're at you know, it's not realistic where you're getting that breach breach potential where you're, you know, surprising your enemy or whatever. So the guns you start with are pretty crappy. You get the Scorpion, which, you know, anybody who's played Call of Duty knows that gun. I just tried to see if you could one-hit melee from behind on this guy. And you get a shotgun, which is really only good up close. And then you get, I think it's an AK. I'm not really sure. I guess I should have checked that out, but it looks kind of like an AK. It doesn't have the butt, and it's not very good. So basically, you know, moving along, the cash shop is something that this game, you know, I guess people are gonna have to get used to it. At first, I had to ask people how to equip the guns that I had bought, because it's not totally straightforward. You have to buy the gun, and then you have to go to your inventory, and then you equip that gun to your loadouts. So just so you know, if you play the beta, because I know there's going to be an open beta on the last day, just so you know, that's how that works. But you know, I guess that's the one thing that this game's got going for it. But you do need to get those other guns. I mean, I basically this gameplay only has the M4 with silencer. I'm not sure if the silencer adds anything besides decreased sound. I didn't really read up on it. I just got killed by it, you know, one too many times, and so I decided to go to the store and see what I needed to do to buy these guns. And you have a lot of points. And one thing that's cool is you can buy the guns per day, so you know you can try them out, and it's not going to cost you a bunch of your game points. And it, you know, if you like the gun, then that'll work out for you. Many of you guys are familiar with cash shop games. You know that there's, you know, things you can buy that help you here and there. So, you know, for instance, I've got gloves that help my use speed or something like that, and I picked up some headphones that supposedly, you know, protect your head. You can also buy goggles that help with tear gas, and I haven't noticed a whole lot of people using tear gas, which I'm not sure. I guess you get grenades later on, but yeah, so you can get, you know, the other body armor and stuff like that. Now each piece that you buy has a different effect. Like you can buy a the mask decreases your vision. They put it in a different way, but also like your body armor. If you get the full body armor, it decreases your stamina, which you can sprint in this game. Now the sprinting isn't, you know, a huge deal. It's a pretty typical sprint. Now moving along, the guns that you start with, they aren't that great. The Scorpion is one of them, and if you played Call of Duty, you know exactly what I'm talking about by Scorpion, and it's just really high rate of fire, really close only. The shotgun is only good if you are really close and really accurate with it. It's a pump shotty, so you know if you miss that first shot, you're pretty much done. And I don't really recommend using it unless you are always getting up close to somebody. You can also buy some sniper rifles. There aren't any sniper rifles that you start with. I haven't tried them, but I've watched people use them. So they're pretty strong, I guess, but you have to be pretty good with them, especially in a game like this. You know, it's not... People move around a little bit more rapidly and spontaneously than in other games. But, so basically this video only has me playing with M16 and the suppressor. It's a good combo, and it's the only gun that I could buy that I really didn't feel like trying everything out at this point in time. My personal impressions of this game are that, you know, I'm a little bit disappointed. I was pretty excited about this. I signed up for the beta as soon as I found out about it, and I wanted it to be awesome, but there's just a lot of things that I'm kind of worried about. For instance, you know, I don't see how it's going to compete in a market, especially with CSGO coming out. You know, that's going to have all of the big-time competitors playing it, and this game does have some potential for competitive play, but it seems a little bit random. I know it's a beta, so hopefully if they tighten everything up, you know, it can be a little bit more successful in that aspect. I know it is free to play, so it doesn't have to be super successful right at the start, right at the launch there. But I just don't see how it's going to compete with, you know, you've got CSGO coming out for all the, I mean, a lot of casuals play Counter-Strike, but also, you know, for the pro market, and then you've got Battlefield 3 and Call of Duty, and they've got those expansions coming out soon, and it's just going to be really rough for this game to try and compete with those big guns like that. And one thing also about this game is, I guess it kind of reminds me of a mix of GoldenEye with Counter-Strike. You know, when you get shot, it pushes you back. You've got that circle HUD. Now, you know, in GoldenEye, your health was in the circle HUD. But it just kind of reminds me of that. And here you can see I'm on fire and I roll, you know, to put the fire out. It's kind of laughable, really. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to post the high-rise video probably tomorrow or the day after. And I also am going to start posting the Battlefield 3 videos with commentaries. So if you guys, you know, if you like the gameplay and my voice doesn't annoy you too much, just go ahead and subscribe and like me, you know, rate me up or whatever you guys do. Thanks for watching if you guys made it this far, and hopefully you guys enjoy the game a little bit more than I did.